Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Hi, you guys. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Yes, it is Sunday. Lots going on. I have a lot of notes in front of me, so let me just get through this quickly as possible, as fast as possible. Let's see. I was watching Dan Wooten with Lady C today. Anyways, a lot is leaking right now despite the non-disclosure agreements, the NDAs. I'm sure some of you probably might know some of this, so just bear with me here. Just hang in there. Yeah, it's a lot of leaking. Leak. Just because they have them doesn't mean people don't chit-chat and have a little small communication. It just spreads from one to the next. Basically, also, they discussed with Dan Wooten about Josh Kettler's removal of himself. It was not a temporary position, just as I figured and just as what I believe I got in my spread. Him jumping ship willingly was to preserve and protect his future employment. That's basically kind of what I got in a nutshell, too, in my previous spread about him, about wanting to leave. You know, nobody wants to align themselves with grifters. It also, what was being discussed, I'm just going to go through my notes here as I have it written down. Yeah, a lot of what was mentioned is a lot of their employees, what the general thought is that what they thought would be glamorous turns out to be quite dangerous and undesirable working conditions. Yes, so nobody wants to work with them. They say it's like working for a doctor, being the doctor who is working in a lunatic asylum, and the lunatics tell the doctor what to do. Yeah. Kind of like similar like an adult trying to parent two children, having the children tell the adults how to do things through control, through tantrums, rage, anger. I saw a guy on Twitter, I have to mention this, about his two very petulant children calling the shots on a romantic dinner with his parents, with his wife, excuse me. This is where correction needs to be had. This is why Megan is the way she is. That's why Harry is the way he is. I think he thought it was kind of humorous or whatnot, but I told him that his children's brains at this point have plasticity and they can correct it. But if they don't, it becomes hardwired and they just don't simply outgrow it. It turns into entitlement. And this is kind of what it is here. This is why they are lunatics telling the experts what to do when they don't know. It's like the blind trying to lead the people who can actually see. You're not going to get good results. So they can have high hopes all they want, but it seems to be time and time again. It's over something like, what is it? They say it's like over 20 people have left. Okay, so there's a definite trail of destruction here. Anyways, you know, he was hired to solve their problems and get their image control back on track. Like that's going to happen. He strongly disapproved of what was going on behind the scenes. And it would definitely compromise him and his reputation, being scarred by association. Mainly it was about the agenda issues. They have no scruples or a conscience, so basically grifting without a conscience. Harry does see the problem now. He does. So yes, it was 20 have walked. You know, these people work for people like Hillary Clinton and some very difficult personalities. And yet they couldn't even hold out. He couldn't hold out for 3 months with Meghan and Harry, but he did the right thing. Definitely did the right thing. He was definitely aware of what was going down. And it looks like VP Francia Marquez only got Meghan on the grounds of color. She's regretting it now. If you look at her face from the love bombing introduction of, oh my God, I'm so happy to see you, hugging and looking so sweet, has turned into very stoic, cold energy. It's very, you can obviously see it in the screenshots. Her jaw's up in the air and she just looks so peeved, unbelievably peeved. So she's got buyer's remorse right now. Also, there was discuss about Meghan talking about her suicidal ideation is offensive. That was talked about with Lady C also, which I agree. Nobody who's been down that road is going to sit there with a shit grin, smiling like an evil cat about their suicidal ideation. That person clearly hasn't experienced it. So anyways, a lot of people don't believe they're at a rock bottom. They think even though they have no scruples and no conscience, they're delusional. What they do is they double down. They tunnel deeper into the unspeakable. That's true. Anyways, she taints everything, is what one person said. And one person on online said they went from Buckingham Palace crowds to an empty garage in Colombia. They're trying to remain relevant in a self-imposed exile, screams insanity. They both need to go to the woods and stay there. Yeah. Ooh, ouch. I want to talk about Coke. Coke is a stimulant drug. It's a vasoconstrictor, and it elevates body temperature, which leads to excessive sweating. That's why Meghan is sweating in all bits and parts. Yes, really bad. And right now it appears as though People magazine has become their mouthpiece. And people are also hashtagging them. This is kind of funny. TEMU Royals. TEMU Royals. That is that really cheap Chinese website where you can buy a dress for like $3. Yeah. So I would like to get a reading now after I've said all that. Oh, one more thing to say. Yeah, with People magazine, I got just a bit more. People magazine. So People magazine put out an article about Meghan's thinking of her children, and she wore this special little pendant necklace with Archie and Lilibec's name on it. She's got her mind on them. Oh, please. Oh, please. My thing to People magazine on X was, what children? People is obviously not following or keeping a keen eye on all, in caps, all their dealings and in previous years. It is a diluted writing, ignorance of the things that other people see. They have terrible yes people journalism filled with nonsense and basically thumbs down. Yeah, and it's only for clicks, I said. I gave that yellow thumbs down emoji. So there you go. Let's do a spread on Francia, the VP. Okay, Francia, let's get you. How's she feeling? Not too good. She's looking really peeved. Really, really peeved. And then she's not hiding it either. Definitely buyer's remorse. Colombia just got had just like Nigeria did. What don't people get? Why aren't they following and getting a drift? I just can't get over it. I can't get over that they just let that fly and they just don't see it. They must not be on Twitter. All right, Francia energy. Why don't I put a little fire here with it just to get some of the jujus off from yesterday's read. Here we go. I light that fire. And she's not feeling so lit up by them. She's feeling lit up in a bad way. Let's put it that way. It's not a good way. The facial expressions on her is very displeased. She has had it. And this little boy sitting between them, he wasn't having any of it either. You could tell he was forced into sitting there. The poor kid does not want to be positioned next to Markle. Interesting that this poor kid is put in that position. It's a little boy. Okay. Francia. I hope I'm saying that right. Francia. Let's get some energy on Francia and how she's feeling. Boom. Yeah, you're not welcome here. Not welcome. We wish we had not celebrated you and invited you. Not welcome. I'm going to take from there because that's where my thumb is. So I'm going to go from there. Take from the bottom of the deck. Wow, she is really pissed. She is not having any of it. She's very angry. She also could see Meghan as a smothering individual too. They're not loving it. This is just total cognitive empathy. It's just histrionic energy. It is, I'm not going to nurture you energy. I have emptied my cup. She feels like she sold herself short. She also doesn't like Meghan at all. She's depressed. She's feeling moody. She's feeling in great distress. She does not want to be a fierce defender of love for Meghan and Harry. She does not love Meghan. Upright, I love you. I'm going to nurture you. I'm like your mother. I feel compassionate for you. Nope, I feel nothing for you. Her cup is dry. It's empty. It's just, I'm done with you. anger. She's quite emotionally very pissed. Woo, I got to get out of here. We shouldn't have given them the money that we offered them. I can't wait for them to leave and get divorced from this situation and get out of my face with the devil in reverse. Oh God, I don't want these people. It is dangerous. Yeah, it's dangerous. It's a dangerous situation. That was also mentioned on Dan Wooten that, like I said earlier, inviting them, they thought it would be royal and majestic, but it turned out to be dangerous. One guy was holding up apparently a shield. Apparently it was a bulletproof shield or something in one place. I don't know. And it was the Royal Rogue. Yeah, the Royal Rogue did a post. He's like, what do you see in this What do you see in this picture? And, you know, I thought, oh yeah, this guy's holding something up. I'm thinking it was shade, but apparently it was bulletproof. And then a lot of people were saying, oh, everybody looks so sad. Everybody looks so depressed. Nobody looks like they're into it. You know, there's just a lot of gloom faces and disinterested and whatnot. And I just said, you know, I just see dinosaur feet. You should see this picture with her feet. Her feet look so long with their skinny little legs. And got quite a bit there here. I got 178 hearts and 200 comments on it, and 94 shares. So people like me calling her dinosaur feet. So yeah, it looked like dinosaur feet. So yeah, not going good. Back to the devil energy. They don't want to be around the devils, and they don't want to give them any confidence. They don't want to. They know they're doing drugs. So yes, there is the drugs. Cocaine is a stimulant. Like I said, it's a stimulant and it causes sweating because it's a vasoconstrictor. And with vasoconstriction, your body can't flow the fluids and stuff like it should. So it swells up. And then you get that Coke bloat too. So a lot of people are asking if Meghan had Coke bloat on Twitter as well. But it probably most likely was a photoshopped image or layered from her younger self, layered together to make it look like what she looks like now, because it certainly doesn't look like the images we see. But there is such a thing as Coke bloat too, and they get swelled up eyes, swelled up under they'll get a double chin, they'll just bloat out. Mainly like a lot around the eye area, especially the upper eyes. I've noticed when I looked at imageries of Coke bloat, I saw pictures of like Lindsay Lohan with the double chin and puffy upper eyes. And that was basically, it was under Lindsay Lohan drug addiction and a couple other celebrities. So yeah, and so they do get that. So Coke bloat and the drugs, and they can't wait to be done with them. Anyways, here we go. So they don't envy them. They don't want them. Meghan likes to use envy as a reason. They don't want them to have control over them again. There is no connection here. She doesn't want to be controlled by Meghan and Harry. So like, no way, you are not putting me on a puppet string and I'm not under your control. So this is why she's like, you're unwelcome and you're not controlling me. So she has definitely had it. Absolutely 100% done. She is done. Put that there. And the final one. Past position, defeated. Yeah, she's defeated and she knows it. There's absolutely no getting out of this. She's stuck, she's trapped. I'm trapped. I'm trapped in the situation till the devils leave, and they leave because they're not welcome here. They don't fit in, very unhappy, unstable. So she also realizes it's an unstable marriage that's built on drug addiction, and they're defeated. What's driving the situation? She's wishing that they had not traveled in with the Knight of Wands in reverse. So with the Knight of Wands in reverse, she's not feeling too loyal. In reverse, with the wand in reverse, this is basically, she sees them as having flat personalities. They don't really have their true self and they're wearing masks. A lot of the cards in reverse is a mask-wearing individual. That pretty much applies to the cups and also to the wands and to the swords. It's all wearing a social mask. They just wish they hadn't traveled in, because a wand's also about traveling in. So with that wand in reverse, is they just, she feels that they're very haughty and egocentric, and they're just unstable individuals, and just really wishes they had not traveled in. This is not going to benefit anyone. There's no growth. It's a negative journey, not a positive journey. Wands in general are fairly uncommitted, but she is completely uncommitted to them. She does not want to. She also knows they're not committed to each other. They're so destroyed. And then they come onto her territory and really agitate her terribly. And then we have here, but she's got a go along to get along with the Two of Cups upright. Well, we got to paint them like everything's happy and going well. So she's got to paint it like it's all going well when it's all falling apart. And there's a lot of pain, suffering, and triangulation here. And I don't care if I hurt you energy. So she doesn't care if they pick up that she's pissed off. She simply doesn't care because she's triangulated with their drugs and they're very unflattering, just rock bottom individuals trying to pretend and then having to pretend. She doesn't want to pretend. She's expected to pretend, but she really doesn't want to. And this is causing pain and grief, an ongoing issue for her. It's just an absolute heartache. So she's disheartened. She's brokenhearted that she went along with this and it's not going well. And she thought that she would get collaboration and growth out of it. And all they're going for is to get some drugs, to get what they want. And just, it's not benefiting them at all. And she realizes this. The feelings in the situation is Page of Wands upright. Yeah, Page of Wands upright. They're very wild and free. They like to put themselves out there saying it like it is. She would like to say it like it is. Her face is saying it like it is. She's not saying it with her words, but she's doing it with her body language. So they traveled in. She was hoping that it would go well, but this is her saying, I'm saying it like it is. This is my message. And for her, that's a positive message to say they're assholes. They're drug addicts. I don't like them. It's defeat. Are they really a couple? I don't like this couple. I'm supposed to pretend, but I don't like them. And through her facial expressions, I feel with that wand. And she doesn't see, the juice was not worth the squeeze with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So there's nothing to gain from it whatsoever. She sees them as being broke grifters, basically. They're the bad apple who rolled away from the royal family, who really are those crazy lunatics pretending to be a quasi-royal tour. Just not worth it. And basically taking stock, it came out negative. And she doesn't feel like she's in control in the situation. It's boss in reverse. And it's a total setback. She's never going to schedule them again. And she feels derailed here. She feels derailed and nothing's going as planned. And she knows she should be calling the shots here. She wants to call the shots here with the Queen of Swords. She'd like to call the shots. Her hope and fear is, I'd like to say what I'd like to say, but she's using her nonverbal behavior. Maybe she's had some words behind closed doors, probably to damsel in distress Megan here. So that's probably why things got so chilly cold between the two of them. And then we have here, and she's taking ownership. Yep, she's leading it. She's like, I'm the boss here. I'm the leader here. I'm the ruler here. Hear me roar. So she had words with Megan. She had absolute words with Megan. That's why it was so chilly between the two of them. Absolutely. And it defeated Megan. It defeated any kind of possibility of any growth because she's not going to be led by them. Good for her. She's kind of reminds me of the Nigerian women. So basically, she can't wait for them to leave. Get out of here, Eight of Cups. And don't come back because there's a lot of harsh words, criticism, cutting out. You're never coming back here. They'll never probably ever be invited back to Colombia. Just like Nigeria. It's exactly like I said before. It's going to be just a wash and repeat of Nigeria. And here we have it. So yeah, looking forward to them walking away, thinking they have empowerment or they can go grift somewhere else. This is my grifter card. So they're going to go grift somewhere else. And we know what you're doing. So there were the harsh words of criticism, and it was a bad idea. It was clouded judgment with that Ace of Swords in reverse. Very clouded judgment. Couldn't see things clearly. It's because all she could see was Megan's skin color, like what Lady C said. Definitely. She only saw skin color, and that was her biggest fault. Is she didn't go by character. She went by her color, which is barely there. And she did the bronzing thing. You know, the day she arrived, she's all pale. And then what does she do? She's browned and golden the next day. So Yes, she just saw it for what it is, and now it's just a very unsatisfactory overall feeling for her, but she's still going to do what she's going to do, which is move them out of the way, because King of Wands moves people out of the way, by the way. That's leadership. I'm in charge here. This is business. I'm the alpha here. I could be ruthless and dominating. I'm not that committed to you because they fear commitment. And I will succeed despite this. So get the hell out. She wants him out. Get out. She cannot wait for this thing to be over. And she's going to reclaim herself is how she's going to do it. So good for Francia. So all right. So that's how I see it. But she made a huge error here. I'm sure she'll recover herself. Most likely. Hope you enjoyed this. Till next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.